Hello, welcome back to another Trail of Champions. I am falling very far behind on everything. I still haven't gotten some videos put up at this point, but hopefully I will get videos put up, caught up, be done with it. So I'm running a little short on time. And there has been a lot happening in the in-character chat. The sum of it is that the group has made it out of the Doom Vault successfully with Tiamat's phylactery. We had a quick meeting with Lady Silverhand, Lord Braun Anvil, and who's the elf? Can't remember the Lord Melandrock. So, we spoke briefly with Lord Melandrock before he left, and then it was Lord Braun Anvil. He's a pretty cool dwarf, seems like it. Very dwarf-like. Before Lady Silverhand came along, we had a lot of discussion about the phylacteries we had gathered. While we were discussing that, they were being put into some magical boxes that would contain their evil and allow people time to work out how to destroy them. Carmen was also there. Tiamat's phylactery turns out will be a little bit harder to destroy. There's like a piece of her inside the phylactery that we will have to take out, but only a dragon, I guess, can take it out. And only a chromatic. So, chromatic, is that right? Yeah. So, like a red or a white or a black. Speaking of black, the one black dragon, or the one dragon that we have not gotten to fight yet, the black dragon in the swamp, or in the Mere of Deadmen in the swamp, seems like we're going to go visit him and ask him, nicely, perhaps, to open this phylactery and take the piece of Tiamat out. I'm not expecting that to go well, by any stretch of the means, at all. And so, yeah, I'm expecting a dragon fight, and so help me, if this becomes a dragon fight, I want this dragon's head, okay? He's an ancient black dragon. I need it. Not that I'm going to try and start a fight, I swear. Anyway, I think it's a black dragon. There was also talk of a dragon called Edge Shadow. Lives in the Underdark, rumored to be a shadow dragon. Hey, I'd take that head too. But yes, we're gonna go see the black dragon in the Mere of Deadmen. So, at this point, the group they've flown griffins. We have flown griffins. Griffins are very cool. Very cool. We've flown griffins to the Mere of Deadmen. There is a lizard man with some of the cavalry that is already there, and he seems to recognize Trym and Aldrik. I cannot remember. Snapjaw, that was his name. I don't know if this is Snapjaw or not. Whether he is or not, he does recognize Trym and Aldrik, though. Some of the griffins are sick, so that's a little worrisome. But they aren't swamp creatures, so there's that. Anyway, that is where we are at currently. I'm still not quite over my cough, so forgive my coughing. Yeah. And I think this is where I will pause it until the game starts.
Red square. And it may be circles. And in your party is approximately, well, quite a few ill griffins. And the griffin riders seem for the most part healthy. A couple of masked lords of Waterdeep and a lizard folk, whom Aldrik and Trym would recognize as being Snapjaw.
Okay. Alvin would recognize him too, correct?
Yes, but Alvin's not there.
Oh! Crap.
Oh, is Alvin off with, Nucky?
Maybe.
What are we gonna
I'd actually
do?
meant to ask Alvin as we were leaving the council chambers if he needed me to send a message to Alpia for him.
Alvin left before you guys did.
Oh, he did. Okay.
Yeah. So we're without our OP monk. What are we gonna do?
Yeah,
And without our crazy warlock.
Yes, I believe Alvin left before Acodo as well, correct?
Correct. Well, actually no. I think Acodo may have left with Carmen before Alvin did.
Okay. I have to scroll back up.
So I think originally he was still there when I left, but I think he went back and edited it. I had a bunch of T's in there. Edit it earlier.
Yeah, I think you're right. We talked about. Yeah.
By the way, Paul, I don't know if you just haven't said anything, or if your mic isn't working. Yeah, if you're saying something, we can't hear you.
Yeah, we can see
it's green, but there's no sound.
Come on, but nothing happens.
Still nothing.
I know he was definitely going to be healing griffins, and Trym would be jumping in there and helping him as well.
Yeah,
It just occurred to me he's been oddly quiet.
Yeah, I mean, especially if we're gonna be resting, hopefully, maybe, and Aldrik could also help with healing.
Yeah.
Plenty of healing to go around with this party.
And, of course, Trym would also wave at Snapjaw.
So Snapjaw does approach you guys.
Have you been feasting well, Snapjaw?
I have. Surprised to see you here.
I am a little surprised myself.
The open lord said she was sending someone.
When we heard that the difficulty was here and there were problems with undead, we volunteered.
Gaily Death hasn't had any problems with undead. But we have heard others have.
Have matters improved since the exit of the cult?
Some have. We have fought or bargained with other tribes of lizard folk. by the castle. So you were sent to help bargain.
I think that's the idea, at least partially so. And clear out any infestations that might help the bargaining.
Oh, I trust you. I will not insist that the artifact that Scaly Death has goes to Waterdeep now. So about this time, Captain Skull has kind of conferred with some of the other of the Griffin Cavalry, and he does approach you and lets you know we have the option of either setting up camp here or going to Thornhold. Though not all the Griffins, some will need some rest, so some could stay, but. We will probably divide the group, and some go back to Thornhold. Which would you prefer to do?
Out of character, do we know where Thornhold is? Is that closer
So
to
it's
where?
going to be the green dot. You know that it's closer to the Mere of Deadmen because it.
So that'd be the bright green square.
Yeah. And Paul, we still can't hear you. I don't know.
Oh, I haven't tried.
Oh, there. Okay, good.
Hey!
Since you guys were talking.
We're having a reunion with an old friend.
Yeah, I didn't want to interrupt.
Trym actually moves up closer to Duergrim and asks him, "Have you had any contact with, or any dealings with lizard folk before?"
Only the ones we killed down south there.
That's what I thought. Well, suffice it to say, Snapjaw here is a pretty decent one. So, he likes to talk about food. Though if he offers you any eyeballs, just do yourself a favor and stay clear of those.
Well, they're in negotiations with Clan Stoneshaft, so I assume they're relatively decent folk.
They're odd, but decent.
Not planning to attack them out of hand, if that's what you're worried about.
She chuckles. Well, maybe just a bit, but not too worried. I just mostly wanted to reassure you. I was guessing that the last ones we encountered down south were your primary introduction to them. Just wanted to let you know that they aren't all that way.
Time will tell, I suppose.
Yeah. Aldrik leans over. To be fair, Snapjaw is just part of just one tribe, the Scaly Death. There are many other tribes of varying inclinations that are all present in the Mere of Deadmen.
So Skull asks him, well, the other option, or he says, the other option is we could all stay here. I would like get the masked lords back to Waterdeep, but can stay at Thornhold, or in the morning just take them south, being that much closer from here.
I would like to see a proper dwarven fortress again, but I don't much care, I suppose. It's safer for the wounded if we stay here.
Aye, that would be my inclination. If there are some who are wounded who need rest, I would think it would be wiser to all stay together so as not to allow the wounded to be ambushed.
The skull nods. Fair enough. We'll set up camp here. We've brought enough. We have enough healthy bodies to keep watch. And it is about dusk at this time, so you watch. The Griffin Cavalry seems to have a lot of experience, working together. They set up within the shelter of the small group of trees, a couple of tents. The masked lords each have one. The Griffin Cavalry have a couple of larger ones, and they set up a separate one for you guys as well. The healthier griffins kind of take a post encircling the forest, or the little group of trees, and then Skull kind of asks for volunteers for watch, and people step forward and start taking watch. After all, that he could cook if anyone wants. He's brought a good supply of meat, and almost immediately most of the Griffin Cavalry tell him, no, we've got this covered.
Trym could even try her hand at cooking this time, I guess. She hasn't gotten to use those cooking utensils yet.
You're more than welcome. They'd be happy.
Alright, everybody, buckle up.
I say, does Trym say this out loud that she's going to help cook?
Yeah.
Aldrik winces.
That wasn't encouraging.
You cooked for us once before, right?
Have I? I can't remember.
I want to say you cooked for us once before and didn't roll very well, as my vague recollection.
Pretty sure she rolled like a 4.
Yeah, something like that. It was pretty bad. And we were all just like, oh. Thanks, Trym.
I got a new batch of field rations. Good dwarven recipe. If anyone wants to eat them cold without any intervention from us.
Aldrik leans over closer and reaches his hand out for.
Duergrim gives him one of them.
What do I need to roll to try with the utensils? I forget.
I'll have to look at
Trying to find it in my Xanthars.
I think we've done survival before.
Yeah. Yeah, since we aren't...
I feel like the survival with your proficiency bonus, since you're proficient in cooking tools, did you gain proficiency in that?
No, I'm not proficient in them.
Oh, okay. But I think it was just survival.
Survival. Okay. Yeah. Trym cooks up with the supplies that she has, because the Griffin Cavalry, the one coming from Thornhold, wasn't really expecting an overnight trip. or at least one that they would camp out. But the ones coming up from Waterdeep thought that they would need extra supplies, but spread out among all the people, because Trym has to kind of work with that. It's I would call it a mediocre meal, but definitely edible and not half bad.
She scarfs it down.
Aldrik eats his rations without compliment, or without comment.
Duergrim will try some of Trym's, just to save rations for true emergency, like possibly after trying Trym's.
Trym eagerly gives him some. This is much better than the last try.
Your skill improves by leaps and bounds.
I don't know about leaps and bounds, but something like that.
And Snapjaw actually eats seconds.
I think that might be more of an indictment than a compliment.
I was about to say, well, alright.
He does look in the pot and say, I do have some fresh rat if you want it.
We'll save that for another time. Thank you, though, Snapjaw.
I even skinned it because I know you soft folk like it.
Oh, well, that was very thoughtful of you.
That part is true. We do prefer our meat skinless.
Unless it's chicken.
It's too bad Alvin isn't around to enjoy the offer of rat's meat.
Trym actually giggles.
Okay, so I'm going to say, first of all, Alvin arrives with another Griffin cavalry probably around midnight. There were some general signals that went out between the Griffins and the posts, so they didn't attack this incoming Griffin. And then Snapjaw. So, what will be the plan? What were you told?
I have no idea why we're here, honestly.
We're here to aid in negotiations, particularly by taking care of an undead problem to resolve some of the continued.
Aye, we're here to clean out the undead for Clan Stone Shaft so that they can finish making their trade with the lizard folk, and somehow that leads us back to the dragon.
We will be receiving an artifact that brings the North.
So, Snapjaw says, what does the Open Lord really want with the dragon?
Is it just Snapjaw we're talking to? Is there anyone else around?
Looking around, this is the main kind of like campfire, but it's pretty late, and you guys are kind of off to one side. There's a couple of cavalry people on the other side of the fire, kind of like chatting and drinking and gambling, and then there's a couple of patrolling guards that are weaving in between the griffins.
Okay. Then, I guess quietly, just so Snapjaw can really hear, I'll say, she needs the dragon's help dealing with a certain magical artifact.
Okay. So I'm going to move out of character in general to see, was it pretty clear kind of what was going on, or no?
I kind of understand. So we need the help of a chromatic dragon to deal with the phylactery somehow. It's the somehow dealing with phylactery part that I don't understand.
So there's a piece of, like a physical piece of Tiamat in the phylactery.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that could take it out, well, that can open the phylactery and take it out without dying, is a chromatic dragon.
Ah.
So that's my understanding of what we need from them.
Yeah, is that not what I said?
Oh, I didn't actually hear what you said. I zoned out for a second.
It was mostly okay. So yes, that is true. The Open Lord does want, or suspects, she's not 100% sure, but that the way to bind Tiamat to this plane is mostly through the phylactery, through this piece that somehow Modar has kind of concentrated within the phylactery. She would like to open the phylactery, pull out this piece and destroy it, but to open it and kind of release part of the energy of Tiamat. So the only one who can is a chromatic dragon.
And where is the phylactery right now? Is it at the Neuter household with Acodo?
We
No.
have it.
We have it with us.
I have it.
Yeah, Duergrim specifically has it.
Okay.
Okay, so the other part of the deal is that a chromatic dragon probably is not going to do that for you unless they get something in return.
Right. Yeah, so we're trying to find a chromatic dragon who we can convince to be willing to do this for us.
Yeah, and that's kind of what we're doing here, right?
Exactly.
Right. So, Snapjaw and his clan actually deal with clan Stoneshaft. Well, they trade because the clan has a keep south of the Mere. They trade about every few days. And part of what they had traded recently were some pages of a document that talked a bit about the Dracorns. So that's another thing that the Open Lord would like, is to see whether or not there's more of that document.
But that's secondary to the phylactery, yeah.
That's secondary to the flag. But what Snapjaw also wants or has for the dragon is, or wants, I guess, from the keep is an artifact that the dwarves have. Because Snapjaw wants to trade it to the dragon.
And that's the ring she mentioned?
Yes.
I think Snapjaw brought it up when we first met him a long time ago, too.
Yes, I don't know if you remember, but when you guys defeated, um, when you guys were going through all that treasure, or not so much you guys, but all the lizard folk were going through the treasure.
Oh yeah,
They
after
were-
Longrotha.
Yeah, they were looking for ring.
Oh, that's right. I do remember that.
Yeah, I remember that when she mentioned the. But okay, so the dwarves found it when the lizard people didn't.
So let me say, they were looking for rings, meaning there's more than one ring.
Oh, there's more than one. Okay.
So they did find. Well, you don't know. They did find one ring. I don't know if that was clear when they were going through the treasure, but they also know that the dwarves have one ring.
Okay, so the black wants the undead taken care of. Snapjaw wants the ring to give to the Black Death, and we want mainly the phylactery opened, and also maybe the papers from the Black Dragon. Is that right?
The dwarves want the undeath taken care of.
Okay, so the dragon would really only want the ring.
Yes.
We're gonna kill the undead for the dwarves.
To get the ring from the
will
dwarves.
give the ring to Snapjaw, who will then give it to the Black Death, who will then hopefully open the phylactery for us.
Yeah, it's like one of those where you get a cucumber to get a lava lamp, and you get the lava lamp to get a broom, and you get the broom to just go down the whole quest line, get everyone what they want to get what you want in the end.
Exactly. I'm gonna close Discord real quick when it's being kind of goofy.
Okay.
Alright, I'm back. Someone had multiple instances of Discord open. Hello?
On the same computer?
Yeah, oh, I heard you, okay. Yeah, on the same computer, and like, it kept disconnecting me from one and then connecting me to the other one and back and forth. It was crazy. I don't know what's going on.
All right. Okay, so the night actually goes pretty quietly. And I would say that you guys then can now be level 12 because you've now had the long rest.
Yay. Did you figure out what I needed to do for the hit point thing? I remember it was said it was permanent, but
I think it was just a long rest, wasn't it? You're talking about your health drain from the dimming?
It was either a long rest or maybe a greater resto. I
thought
don't
it was
remember.
a long rest.
Yeah, I think Paul was right. It was a long rest or maybe a greater, but we just didn't know if a greater would work.
This was the energy drain from the amulet.
Yes.
It is a greater restoration,
Oh, not a long rest?
not a long rest.
Is that something Aldrik could do before we rest?
Yeah, I can. Okay, greater restoration.
okay. Thank you.
Welcome.
All right. So when morning comes, a couple of things. Some of the griffins have kind of made a slow recovery. Others seem to be about the same. Scal decides to take the entire group to Thornhold because it's a closer flight, and then allow the griffins to kind of recover over time. So you guys all get divvied up, so to speak, and in the early morning, head northward towards Thornhold. Now, Thornhold itself, as you approach, it is off of the main road by a bit. It's actually part of it is a stop for a caravan along the high road, but the majority of it is essentially this fortress of gray stone that appears to be extremely ancient, and it kind of hangs onto this rocky bluff that looks out over the sea. And then around it is a wall, and there's some smaller buildings. That is kind of a few merchants that cater to caravans. But the griffins go directly up over the wall and to the keep itself. And Skal leads you down to the inside of the keep, where you do meet Nebsor Stoneshaft, who appears to be the head of the keep. And he welcomes you. Oh, good to see that the Open Lord is so swift. I wasn't expecting anyone for maybe a week or two.
Hail and well met. The Open Lord's business with the lizard folk is rather pressing, so we were hoping to get things resolved as quickly as possible and try to help you out. Lord Braun and Vil sends his regards.
Well, make sure to send them back. I owe him for bringing this to the Open Lord's attention. And getting rid of these, we've come to call them Walking Dead. You kill them, and they spring back up in minutes.
My. That does not sound promising.
No, it doesn't make any sense either. They're not smart undead. They just are skeletons and zombies that wander down from the Mere. Still stinking, but
have you tried fire, or have your clerics had any success in keeping them down?
We think they do, and then they rise. When the clerics go after them, they take longer. That's true. But I'll tell you, I don't have many clerics in our clan. Mostly miners here. Craftsmen.
We will be happy to help out. I am Duergrim Stonefist, a paladin in the service of Moradin. We also have two other holyish folk with us. Aldrik Ironbeard and Trym Oakstone. They serve a human god for what it's worth. But they're good folk and they're decent with the undead. And that's Alvin.
Alvin Wade.
Welcome.
Lathander, is no ally of the undead. Fighting undead is one of our primary functions.
Ish.
Now have the undead... Where are they intruding? Are they a threat to the actual hold itself, or...?
No, this is a fortress. But they harry the people who have business outside our walls.
Do you have your scouts found a more specific source of where they're coming from than just inside the Mere?
Well, lizard folk say they see them occasionally, but not very often. I don't know why they come this direction. Why would they come essentially out of the Mere and specifically here? I've sent scouts inland more. They have not come across any undead.
Perhaps they are attracted by something in the fortress, or perhaps they are being sent by some foul master further in the Mere. I suppose we will just have to investigate. Are any of these locations nearby that we could look at?
Well, there's a few structures in the Mere. There's the castle that the lizard folk hold. Used to be cultists there. And cultists like liches, as you know.
I meant where these undying undead are. Where they have bothered you. Maybe there are a couple of them around that we could examine.
Yeah. I don't bring them up here into the keep. Let's set you guys in some rooms. I don't want it to be said my hospitality is poor. And then I'll have someone bring you down to the dungeon where we've got a couple of these undead. So first of all, he does set you guys into individual rooms. They're not fancy. They're essentially stone. They've got some simple furnishings, but they're all near each other. So you guys can walk across the hall and chat if you want. And you notice that up in this area, there's actually not that many dwarves. Not that many people, period. This is a much larger keep than who actually inhabits it. Eventually you do, or you are brought down to the dungeons. Nevzer actually meets you about halfway and leads the rest of the way. In one cell where there's metal bars and stuff, there are skeletons that are kind of like hanging on the bars and staring outward.
Like dead skeletons or undead skeletons?
Like undead skeleton.
So they're mobile and
Yes.
as alive as undead can.
Are their heads like turning as we walk by, staring at us with their hollowed eyes?
Yes, they kind of look like they want out of this pen.
Unique prisoners you have here. What are they in for?
Not stopping.
We've lost all of our educated folk. Duergrim will use his divine sense and see if there's anything to be sensed about these undead.
Trym can try to roll an Arcana check.
All right, I would love to see that.
Could I try a religion check to see if I can remember anything that I might have forgotten? Something like this?
Yeah, you can do a religion check. Alright.
I got a whopping 11.
Yep. So, first of all, Trym, I would say that you think that these undead do not act like undead. Duergrim, as you sense them, you smell that the odor is not just on these skeletons. It seems to kind of be a little bit in the air around them and lead upward.
Oh.
Upward and out.
Like out of a window? Or
Well, there's not a
away
window
from
here, but
fortress?
it does seem to be leading out. Kind
Duergrim
of
has
like
become our bloodhound.
There is some foul trail leading from these things. Perhaps a tether leading to their master?
A tether. Ah.
Take a look for yourself, Trym.
Oh. Alright. Can. Don't take your word for it.
Well, I mean, I don't know much about how this sort of foul magic works. But the magic raising these things is not limited to them. It is tied elsewhere.
I see. Do you smell anything, or do you actually see something? 'Cause I usually just smell it.
I can smell it, but there's a sort of not visual, a direction to it in a way that leads out.
I see. Alright, that's interesting. Do we want to try to
Duergrim
track this?
might be worth a look, or perhaps if we could detect magic, we could figure out, try and maybe then someone could see it. I don't know, but the Lichling isn't here, and the Monster Hunter isn't here.
I can certainly detect magic if that's all that needs to be done.
I don't know.
As long as we don't mind spending the time. Aldrik spend 10 minutes casting detect magic.
Okay, so Aldrik, the combination between the detect magic and your religion check, you can tell that these undead are not just like was said, the standard undead, you could also see an air of necromancy around them that leads kind of upward and out. It's not like the tethers that...
Yeah. Does it look like I might be able to use this to kind of track or pinpoint a direction where this might be coming from?
Yes and no, because between the divine sense and the detect magic, you guys could kind of track them for 30 feet type of thing for a while, but you know from before that the Mere of Deadmen is a very large geographical area. So that it's not practical. Mathematically speaking, to track them this way.
Sure. Yeah, and I mean, mine would last for 10 minutes, but even still.
Is there any way to compel the undead to lead us to our...
What about triangulation? What if we had this one, if we got out a map, and had like one here, and then took another one a good, half a mile another direction, and did some angles and calculations, out of character.
I will tell you, out of character, they describe the Mere of Deadmen as being... dozens of miles across. 70 miles across and over 90 miles long.
Well, if we can get a general direction of where it's going, that would still go a long way to narrowing our search, I guess.
Is Nebsor still with us?
Yes.
Duergrim will point in the general direction that he feels that it's going and ask, is there anything in particular in that direction out onto the mere?
And he says, essentially the mirror, perhaps if you went to the center of the mirror,
yeah, that could work.
Sure. Okay. Should we drag one of them with us?
I'm pretty sure you would find plenty there.
That's fair enough.
Do the undead attack in waves, or are they just like a constant, like, unceasing...
Some come in groups, some come alone, wandering out in the middle of the night.
So no real order to them, then?
Not that we've been able to determine.
Well, I suppose there's nothing to be done but to get to it.
Yeah. Would the Griffin cavalry be willing to fly us to the middle of the Dead Mere? Or should we find another means?
So you guys go hunt out Scal? To ask him?
Oh, yes. No, his griffins weren't doing great, so...
Yeah, okay. So Scal says, yeah, we could probably fly you. There's not many places for the griffins to land. Yeah, once you're in the mirror. Some bogs, they don't tend to like it, and then returning is also a problem. But we do have, right now, I'm kind of mentally counting, 6 healthy griffins. I was hoping to use them to take the masked lords back to Waterdeep. But
No, returning the Masked Lords to Waterdeep should be a priority. We've traversed the mirror without flying.
we can take you to the edge.
Any little bit would be grateful. Would be welcome, and we would be grateful, I mean to say.
So Snapjaw says, I know fast ways through. You have a flat bottom boat like we used before.
Oh hey, maybe I won't sleep through this one.
I guess we'll ask someone for a flat bottom boat.
I'm sure Snapjaw can assist in that regard.
Yeah, I think Snapjaw was asking if we had one.
Oh, was that him asking us?
Or saying that he would be able to help if he had one. He says, you know, I can walk through this swamp sea readily, but you soft skins tend to be slower.
We'll see what we can do about procuring a boat.
So much for bringing the mounts along.
Well, Trym has
I was about to say, speak
yeah,
for yourself.
She has another. Yeah.
Crocodile Grog makes a reappearance.
Oh right, I could pick a different.
That croc grog is great.
Until Kale kills him.
Yeah.
And no kale also means that you won't be growing any hair this time.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's right. Wow.
I was not awake for any of that.
Okay. So Nebusur says he can obtain some boat. He knows some of the merchants outside of the keep who maintain a small fishing couple small fishing boats that could be adjusted. Go through the swamp.
Sweet.
Sounds good.
Yes.
Trym did have a spell slot left before we had a long rest. Would it be okay to retcon and say that she went ahead and summoned Croc Grog since he was so handy before in the Mere of Deadmen?
How would he get to the...
Yeah, the problem is that was up on the mountain.
Oh, that was up on the mountain. That's right. My bad. Okay. So...
Go ahead and do it. It's fine.
Yeah, you probably won't need it.
Yeah. Okay. So, she'll just summon him now, I guess. She knows she's gonna be going into the swamp.
Okay. So I'm going to have you... Now, let's see. Not summon him just quite yet, mostly because you guys are at the keep, and the keep is essentially on the ocean cliff face with some land around it that is not swampland.
So you're saying wait until we actually get in the swamp?
Yeah,
Or
wait till they
closer.
get us to the edge.
Yeah. Yeah,
Right.
that's-
That would make sense.
Yeah, because I can't imagine the griffins being happy about having a crocodile on top of them. As they
Those poor
transport.
griffin.
So, Nebzer offers you guys some hospitality. It's probably early afternoon before they manage to obtain the shallow boat, a couple of them, and adjust them such that they can run through the swamp. Yeah.
Duergrim will just chat with him while we're waiting. You know, dwarf networking.
Yeah.
Because dwarves are super into networking.
They are, actually.
Duergrim, go ahead and roll me a persuasion check. So yeah, you chat with him for a while. He tells you that that the artifact, the ring that they have been keeping from Snapjaw and from the dragon, is something that they located actually a couple of decades ago, and it surprised them that the news of the ring actually did make it up to the dragon, or up to not the dragon but to the lizard folk. He does say that he trusts both you and your cousin, and semi the open lord, not 100%, you know, she's human, but he does give you the ring.
No.
Oh.
Yes. He does this where Snapjaw is not around, by the way.
And what does Clan Stoneshaft need in this trade? I know that the Open Lord wants those documents. I know that we want the dragon's assistance with something, but I don't see why you all shouldn't be profiting as well.
Well, you get rid of the undead, we will be able to profit. Our minds are deep. They go down pretty far, and we have not discovered everything within them. Most of my family is down there working right now.
I understand that.
But
My
if
hold as well would be prospering much more if we could just get all these annoyances off of our backs.
And if you can get some sort of agreement from this dragon you're talking to, that we leave him alone, he leaves us alone, that would be helpful too.
Of course.
Or kill him. I'm fine with that.
We'll see what happens. not one to advocate non-violence towards dragons. But we do need him alive for at least a bit of this, so we'll see how it goes.
Trym is remaining silent, but rubbing her sword
You're
hand
not here.
eagerly. Oh, she isn't? Oh my gosh, I thought she was. Drat.
No, it's just him.
Ah!
Private dwarf talk.
Private dwarf talk, my bad. She's still rubbing
Dwarf
her sword
buddy buddy.
hand. Someone say dragon.
Yes, it's so fair. Someone's talking about killing a dragon.
I would love to rid the Mere of this thing. Hopefully an opportunity will present itself. Thank you for trusting me with this.
Yes. Okay. So the griffins load up these. It took also a little while to develop some sort of harness that could take these boats over. And but it's probably mid-afternoon before you guys take to the air. And the griffins are kind of loaded down with all the extra weight, but they do get you there. You unload. They take off before it gets dark, and you guys find yourself at the south end of the Mere of Deadmen. For some of you, the smell is familiar and disgusting at the same time. I can imagine Snapjaw going, home.
Aldrik shudders mildly as he associates this scent with the experience of rather poorly encountering raw eyeball.
Oh, those were important.
Yeah, and we all failed them horribly.
Trym
but-
does ask Snapjaw. He says, Did you bring any eyeballs with you this trip?
Oh, they don't store. They have to be fresh, but I can hunt them. Do you want me to get some? They'll protect against those bullywugs.
Do you think we'll run across any bullywugs this trip?
This is a swamp.
I think Duergrim could probably use some protection.
Duergrim gives Aldrik a look. I'm sure the bullywugs need protection from us. Whatever they are.
This is certainly true. We did kill quite a few of them last time through.
So did Snapjaw, for that matter.
Yes, he did.
You pretty much, out of character, you pretty much soloed like 5 of them, plus their boss, while we dealt with Resmir.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
He didn't kill them. He kind of entangled them.
Well, whatever.
While he killed their boss, made them sit there and watch.
Trym just chuckles at Snapjaw and says, Nah, I'm good on the eyeballs. Thanks, though.
Yeah. So he does let you know that this path he has not been on before. He usually comes further inland, but he can find the deeper areas of the swamp so the boats can pass. So the center of the swamp. I just realized you guys didn't take a skeleton, did you?
Oh, they said we'd find plenty in here.
Yeah, they told us.
Yeah, I don't,
totally.
they implied that that wouldn't be necessary.
Yeah. I'm just imagining you guys make it all the way to the center of the swamp without a skeleton and you're sitting there. Okay.
It's like getting all the way to where you're going and realize you forgot your wallet at home.
Well. Trym, are you summoning Grog?
Yeah, I think I'll summon Grog.
Okay. And how about Duergrim? Is he going to figure out a
So,
different animal?
okay, I'm open to it if Trym implants the idea. I don't think there are any, like, naturally aquatic options in the spell. But if you tell me what I'm allowed to do, I will gladly do it.
I think the determination was that that you could do anything that was 1/2 talent rating. 1? Does it go up to 1? Oh boy.
Yeah, I think.
Wow.
I think the warhorse is half. It's 1/2.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was any aquatic or any animal up to 1/2.
You could get a giant seahorse.
Huh?
Make him into a 1 per on.
I could get
There's
a
a-
giant owl.
There's a reef shark. I don't know what that is, but that sounds cool.
Sounds like it needs a reef.
Actually, I'll probably get a giant owl.
Can you ride a giant owl?
It's large, so technically I could.
You could.
I don't
So
know if it would be good to ride on. But
You could get a swarm of rats.
that does...
Not if you want it to keep on living.
I should get a swarm of rats. That sounds great.
I didn't even think about trying a flying one.
Could get... Let's see, the giant poisonous snake has a swim speed.
Ooh,
What's its swim speed?
30 feet.
not
Oh,
bad.
What?
It's only medium though, so I can't ride it.
Oh, well. But a giant seahorse is large and swims 40 feet. And if it moves in a straight line toward target, it can hit it with a ram attack. It even has the word ram in its title.
does the seahorse, does it have any other speed other than swim?
No, it can only swim, that's all it can do.
Okay. It's just
Yeah.
alright.
I think we might... Well, I guess there's also the... There's also a giant bat. Which is large. Or the crocodile. Which has a...
You have dueling crocodiles.
Yes. I suppose I'll just get the giant owl. That's cool. Let me calculate if this thing could even carry me.
Yeah, Trym summons Grog and makes him do the happy crocodile dance from Peter Pan.
Okay. Alright. So a couple of things similar to the griffins for flying. There's not a lot of it can land. There's just it's marshy, it's wet. Occasionally an owl would need to set down.
Are there branches for it to land on?
There are some trees. uh, in different places. Oh, I still have my marsh, but it's been so long. Okay.
Haha, it can carry me. It's actually. Oh wait, shoot.
A constrictor snake is large and has swim speed. It's odd that the giant snake is medium, but the constrictor snake is large.
Oh, really? Huh. I kind of have a hard time envisioning riding a giant snake. Like, how would that work?
Do you remember the cloud serpents and
Yeah,
just like that? Except in the water.
I guess that would make sense.
And you just strap a saddle to the back, and you know.
No, for some reason I thought there were a lot more like overhanging trees in the mirror. I didn't realize it was that
In
open.
certain part- Yes.
And also, webs.
And the owl wouldn't be able to land on the boat.
Definitely not. Not a giant. What size is it? It's not medium. It's large. Yeah,
Yeah.
not a.
It's big enough for Duergrim to ride, so...
I suppose I should get the crocodile. Definitely gonna remember the giant owl for later, though.
Yeah, the giant owl is a good one. I could have a drooling, molting owl that's colored like Acodo's. And be like, there, you happy now?
and then molt all over him.
Yes.
Might be helpful getting him to a dragon. You know, before the dragon kills it.
Yes.
Yes. And it also has flyby.
Why didn't I think of this before? This is
Yeah, owls are super
genius.
gangster.
Owls are super gangster.
The only key is it doesn't have a ton of hit points, so you better have a way of landing safely.
Yes.
Just take 6 levels and monk and you're good.
No big deal.
Or take the mounted combatant feat.
Nah. 6 levels and monk.
Did they take away our reins of featherfall whenever we landed from the griffins?
Yes.
Dang it.
We'll buy one when we get back to town.
Those are like uniforms. Okay, this is good enough. Okay, so right now, as you guys approach, you set down the shallow boats. There's 2 of them. You climb in. And essentially, just to balance it, Trym can be in either boat as the balance on one or the other. It starts to get to be pretty dark pretty quickly. And Snapjaw asks how far do you want to go in for the first night?
How long do you think it'll take us to reach the middle?
So he says, a boat. Sorry, I'm looking. It says 8 miles for 10 hours. Wow.
Those are some slow boats.
Well, I mean, 8 knots in a boat is pretty decent speed unless you're using significant power.
Are knots measured by 10-hour increment?
Oh, did you say 8 miles in 10 hours?
Yeah.
Never mind, that is terrible.
Well, you also have to keep in mind that the Mere has a lot of brush.
Well, there's all these channels where we're going back and
Yeah.
forth through.
A lot of
Well, that's
shelling.
why Grog and Slag can just clear the way. Just chomp everything up.
We could set up a boat chariot,
Yes.
crocodile chariot.
Yeah, croc power.
Okay. So he estimates, I'm just going to do it this way, he estimates that it would probably take about 2.5 to 3 days travel by boat to get to the very center.
Okay. Then I guess we'll try maybe go a third of the way, and then we'll rest, and we'll repeat that 2 more times. Unless something comes up.
Sure.
He also does let you know that the castle is probably, if he goes towards the east a little bit more, probably about 2 days travel.
The castle where Resmir was.
Yes.
Okay. What was that castle called? It's not important. Don't bother looking. I was just curious.
I should have it. It's I don't remember the pronunciation. Nayatar? I should have that. Oh well.
That doesn't ring any bells to me.
It's a good point of reference.
Naratar. Hold on.
Was there a Y in it somewhere?
Yeah.
Like Nary or something like that?
NaerYtar. Yeah.
I remember that Kill really wanted to
Really
make it
wanted
our
the
headquarters.
castle, but yes, he did.
Because he wanted our half buried in the swamp castle.
Yeah, and none of us wanted to live in the middle of the swamp.
And this is where the lizard folk live now?
Yeah, the lizard folk.
Yes, and Snapjaw's tribe took over the castle.
Yeah, Snapjaw says, we eat very few humans now.
That's good.
Usually, they have worms a lot of the time. From what I've heard. It's because they have tricky noses.
All right. So it is full dark. Snapjaw does. I'm gonna find a very nice, dry. I'm gonna say it's still a little muddy, but area to camp. He kind of looks at you and says, "Where is your magic camp?"
Oh my god, we don't have a tiny hut.
Oh no, we don't.
This is the first time in like a real life year that we've gone without a tiny.
Acodo, come back.
I can say more than a year.
Is it more than a year? And maybe.
Oh yeah, I mean, because Kale had tiny hut, didn't he? No, not
Robin
Robin
did.
did.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Well,
Yeah, that's probably like 15 months.
then Snapjaw, Alvin will say, he's preoccupied and water deep right now, so we'll have to make do without the magic hut.
unfortunate.
I will take first watch as usual. And Alvin, of course, has his hood up and his goggles on and all that stuff he usually does at night. Or when it's dark enough to require them.
I suppose I'll take second watch.
And Aldrik will take the morning watch. Since we haven't really done much taking watch since Duergrim's been around, have we?
We've had the tiny hut.
Okay. Duergrim, is it you with second watch?
Yes.
Okay. All right. You are halfway through your watch, and you start to hear what sounds to be loud, not loud, but rippling out, kind of outside your field of view, but it seems to be getting closer.
Duergrim will wake the others.
Aldrik opens his eyes and looks around.
Alvin will get up and look to Snapjaw to see if he has any idea of what it might be.
Trym draws her sword just in case.
So as you guys watch, you see large, giant frogs and leaping kind of out of the water and then past you, like they're almost like wildlife running away from a wildfire.
That is an ominous comparison.
I was going to say, that's the only thing you that came to you.
Are these like giant frogs reminiscent of the one that we killed that the bullywugs had as pet?
No, that was, what was that? That was some sort of...
Yeah, it was some monstrosity, but they're nothing like that.
No, they look
Okay.
like essentially giant toads.
Can
Trouble.
Trym cast Speak with Animals and ask one of them as they hop by what they are running from?
Yes.
Okay, so she'll do that, quickly cast it, and say, large toad, what are you running from?
Trym, you weren't there when Bo got a boyfriend, were you?
I was not. I am so sad.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
We don't really know how that resolved, do we?
I mean, Alvin knows.
I suppose you guys had a separate conversation about it.
Trym kind of blinks and her eyes go wide. Many heads. And she raises her sword. They keep saying many heads.
Like a hydra? Wait, would Alvin know what a hydra is? What has many heads?
Bad things.
Yeah.
Duergrim unstraps a long, cloth-covered parcel from his back and unwraps it. revealing a long, ornate halberd.
That's not a hammer.
No. We've been fighting too many things that stay too far away. Keep spilling acid on me.
That's true. They did do that a lot.
So, I thought it was time to adapt.
Did you get Polearm Master at 12?
I did.
I figured. It's good. That's a good combo.
I also have a picture.
I'm more curious to know what his name is.
I haven't decided that one yet.
Ah, disappointment.
I know. Sadness.
Perhaps inspiration will come after we kill the Black Death.
Maybe. We're probably
I
not.
was reminded that we're not going to kill the Black Death.
I know! We're
Aldrik,
not.
are you Trym?
Finally, people are on my side about this.
Not too interested in making ancient black enemies with us.
I think I'm more taunting the people who want to kill the Black Death than we aren't actually going to be able to kill it.
You don't have to say people. We know who you're talking to.
Wow.
Has anything nice ever had more than one head?
There's that, Fluffy in Harry Potter.
Cerberus is not nice.
Well, no, that one was nice. Fluffy was nice.
Yeah, he was nice to Hagrid. That's about it.
So what you're saying is, as long as you're, I don't know, we're all not nice to someone.
Okay. I don't follow.
I can't think of a single multi-headed monster, definitely in D&D, that is
Could
nice.
be yeah. No,
In
not
How to
nice.
Train Your Dragon, there's that one dragon.
Yeah,
That's
Barf
true.
And Belch.
Okay.
Barf and Belch. That's true.
So we're up to one.
After all that,
Out of
time,
universe. The ogres in World of Warcraft
I
might
was
be
just thinking that. It depends on which ogres. I think there's one nice faction in the Outlands, and everything else is mean and tries to kill you.
But I can't think of a single thing in the Forgotten Realms. If it has multiple heads, it's usually trying to kill you.
Mhm.
Maybe this will be the first.
Yeah. Yeah, multi-head creature living in the Mere of Deadmen. But it's nice. It's friendly. Frogs, are just scared of friendly monsters.
yeah,
The Black Death actually has two heads. Who knew?
That would be horrific. Twice the acid, bro.
So a couple of things. The frogs do not stick around, Trym. I don't know if you're going to try to grab one or anything. And I'm going to assume that you guys have your animals out. I just had to figure out. So, what did Duergrim decide on? An owl or a crocodile at this point in time?
A crocodile.
With
So-
heavy resignation.
Dejectedly.
with, yes, with deep regret.
Grog Croc is really, really, really happy that he has a slag croc.
Sure, they're getting along fabulously.
Slide Croc is looking at Grog Croc and wondering what the heck is going on with this thing.
Grog Croc looks like he's been on LSD or something.
You guys should name them Tick and Tog.
Oh my god.
You're not quite sure how he managed it, but Slag Croc does manage to spit.
Very impressive for a creature with no lips.
He is a spirit of many talents, what can I say?
Does the spear change forms, Paul? Or is that just 3 different potential looks?
Oh, right. No, yeah, I couldn't decide on which one. Probably one of the left 2.
Ah, gotcha.
Leaning towards the one in the middle.
That was me, my vote.
Bidens.
Though I welcome, input.
Yeah, I'd vote for the one in the middle.
Looks good to me. Is that the symbol of Morden?
Mm-hmm.
Is there actual flame there? Because that'd be cool.
We'll see what we can do later on when we have time to tinker with it more.
Once we rescue your sister.
Yeah. Just ask your sister
Yes.
to do it.
Yes, I need true flames here.
Makes it move faster.
Yes. Can I get some red stripes?
Wow, I was joking about the Hydra.
Wow. Yep.
Do we have fire?
Do we need fire?
Isn't that traditionally how you... I don't know how it works in D.
I don't know either. I've never fought a Hydra.
I can do fire.
No, traditionally, fire keeps Hydras from regenerating.
That works in D&D too, though they have a roll table for regrowing heads, if I remember correctly, I think.
Like a breath weapon roll table?
Yeah, like a chance, yeah, sort of thing, I think.
The 5e changed it.
Oh, they did?
Yeah. All right. Okay, so the first thing you see is essentially gigantic reptilian heads rising out of the water, and whipping around and looking in your direction. A couple of them kind of sniff the air.
She who gets the most heads wins.
That's good practice for dragons.
Right.
Aye, let's kill this thing.
All right. So,
Would Aldrik know the thing about the fire? Would there be like
do
a
a
roll?
nature check.
Stick it with the pointy end.
Yep.
Trym has.
I mean, I do use fire, so I might happen to hit it, and maybe I'll notice something along the way, but...
Trym has read some monster books. Is there a chance that she would know this
You
thing's
can
weakness?
also do a nature check. I
A
don't
nature?
have a problem with that. So, first of all, you do, I would say all of you know that have heard about hydras and that if you cut off one head, that there's a chance that it will grow two. I would also say, Trym, that you would be able to remember that fire is very helpful against hydra.
Alright, so she would just call out as she raises Hazaron, that fire is detrimental to these creatures, as I recall, so if you got fire, use it.
Out of character, this is the middle of our long rest, so we don't actually regen anything.
Right, but we long rested right before we came here, so we should have just about
Oh, right. So we're level 12. Okay.
Yeah.
unless you do something in secret.
The only
Yes.
thing-
Oh.
yeah, the only thing would be the summoning of the steeds. I think that's the only else.
Okay, and the plan is to do a full 8-hour long rest. Yes? No?
Yes.
Probably.
I mean, yeah.
Okay, so no reason to hold back.
No, definitely no hold back still.
Okay.
All right. So they spot you guys and they rush up onto the shore, essentially. And I will tell you right now that they do that. I'm just gonna have.
Our crocodiles are the vanguard.
All right, Trym, you are up.
Actually, I get to take an attack of opportunity against the one on the top.
We're coming close.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, because of reach.
Yeah, because so Polearm Master allows me to take opportunity attacks when something enters my range.
Okay.
Which is all kinds of scary.
All kinds of awesome. So Duergrim will do that. Does 13 hit?
13 does not hit.
Okay.
Okay, Trym.
Okay, so she is going to move over here. How deep is this water? Is this what we're floating in boats in? If I set her here, is she going to sink.
You're not going to sink. I would say, though, the blue parts would be difficult terrain.
Okay. Alright, so she'll go right there then.
Yeah, because it's marshy and muddy. But
Okay.
Snapjaw had found you guys a camp that was relatively dry.
Okay. So she will sit right there. And
Do that.
Music.
Okay.
that's a natural one.
Do me a favor on that second one and roll as another die, please.
Okay. Was it one? The one. One of the macros.
Yeah, just a d20 is fine. It
Oh,
won't
okay.
matter unless you hit a 20 on it.
Wow.
You jinxed me. You jinxed
Okay.
me.
No, that's okay. So up on your macro, there should be a 20.
Oh, okay. Oh man, that would be really nice.
Your target is that little frog in the.
Yes, good luck killing the Hydra for the next turn.
All right. Let me just see here. Okay. The first one hit them. Okay, so 13 damage.
Yes. And let me see. Grog gets to act on my turn, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, he is going to move over here. And bite.
Just so you know, if you move him here, you would get flanking, and he would get flanked.
Moved him where?
Am I on the wrong? Yeah.
One more diagonal.
Yeah, one more die.
Okay. Yeah. Alright. So there.
That hit.
Not a buttload of damage, but something.
Okay.
Maybe it's grappled.
It is grappled. Oh, it. Let's see. Trying to believe it is.
I think you can grapple one size larger than you. And the
Oh, or
rocket
Hydras.
house should be
Yeah,
large.
how big are Hydras?
Huge.
So it goes large then huge, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
I think it's too big.
No,
no,
so
no.
Grog's token should be bigger, but Grog could do.
If a croc is large and it's huge, and
Yeah, he should be able to grapple it.
Oh, okay.
Are our tokens off? You can stretch.
Oh, it just barely met.
Okay. Any movement, bonus actions? I think.
Nope, not at the moment.
Okay. Okay. Snapjaw's just going to cast Spike Growth on the northern Hydra 20-foot radius.
What's he casting? Sorry, I didn't catch it.
It's growth.
Spike growth.
Oh, okay.
Kind of all adjusted in a moment. Okay. Okay, I will worry about that in a little bit. And so that will be on its movement. That ends his turn. Alvin.
Okay. This blue right here is water.
Yes.
Okay. Can I move through Grog or through Grog's space? Can I like
Yeah.
step on Grog?
Yes, because he's friend.
See, so
I think it's
35,
considered difficult.
45. Okay, that should be enough. So, 45 feet of movement to get here into flanking with Trym. I will attack it 4 times with the intent to stun on each.
Okay.
Does 15 or 17 hit?
17 hit.
Okay, that's a DC 17 con or he's stunned.
Okay. He does get advantage on these.
Okay.
Advantage on saving throws. Being blinded, charmed, deafened, frightened, stunned, and knocked.
Wow, that's a lot. I guess because it's all on all the heads it has.
Yeah. Once it's down to 1, then it doesn't have.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay. First one.
Okay, second attack. It's a DC 17 or it's stunned. It is stunned. I will burn a key for Flurry of Blow. And Acodo's not here, so I will, knock it prone just for fun. And, I will use my last bit of movement to get up on this log. And end my turn.
Okay. I am going to house rule about this because it says if it takes 25 damage or more in a single turn, it loses one of its heads. One of its heads dies. I actually think it has to be cut off.
You don't think Alvin punched it hard enough for its head to go flying?
To sever it at the neck.
Well, we can. Do you want to do that?
I can have my unarmed strike to be a chop. I can chop its neck off.
That would be amazing.
Okay.
No.
No, it's done. It's done, Duergrim. Now it has 2 more heads.
All right. So what was the total there? That was
23, 35, 40.
Okay. Thank you.
Do we need to include Trym's 13 as well?
It does say on a single turn, right?
Okay, so if you do 50 or like an extra 25, it doesn't lose a second hit.
If it take 25 or more damage in a single turn, one of its heads.
Okay, so it has to be like 25 from a single person.
I mean, a turn is... Okay.
Each person has a turn,
Well,
right?
a turn, not a round.
Yeah. Yeah, fair point. Okay.
So you took out a head, but Trym did not, so you can rub that in.
Trym, did you see that? I chopped it right off.
Good for you, Alvin.
Thank you.
If it's done, does it regrow?
Hopefully not until its turn.
Right, no,
Fingers
no,
crossed.
I'm just wondering.
I think it's probably automatic, right? It doesn't require an action to...
Yeah. Okay. Alright, Duergrim.
Duergrim steps forward between Aldrik and this thing. Oh, there's that stuff, yeah? The difficult terrain.
Let me,
Yeah, but you have...
No, I'm not. For slag.
let me.
In any case, Duergrim will cast Wrathful Smite,
Okay.
and then, oh wow, that makes you... Okay, and then he's going to attack twice. Well, let's do the first one first. Team hit?
Yep.
Okay, he's going to attack a second level smite onto that, and then Wrathful Smite does an extra d6, and I need a wisdom saving throw against being frightened.
Okay.
A DC 16. Oh, they broke the spells again.
Oh, against being frightened?
Yeah, so it has advantage from what you said earlier.
Yeah.
Alas. 19. Anyway. So...
Alright, that was hit 1.
Okay, so then it takes 23 damage. And on the second strike, Duergrim will Great Weapon Master. Okay. Whew. Natural 1, and then natural 20
Okay.
for the second hit.
Alright. So for the second one, go ahead, roll your 20. And I'll find your phone book.
Oh, that's a pretty cool 20.
Yeah. If only I had some sleight of hand. No! Missed opportunities. Oh. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
And then Slag will move up here and attack.
Okay. Hit.
for 7 damage, and then he's grappled, escape DC 12.
Need to look at that and see if that's actually an action or not.
An action to escape the grapple?
Yeah. Versus just a... I guess it's a... Yeah, because it doesn't sound like it's contested, right?
Right. I know in other situations when things use it on us, we just are grappled.
Yeah, it's basically if the attack hits, then we're grappled. Grapple is a part of being attacked.
Okay. And that's my turn.
So, Duergrim is grappled by the Hydra that's grappled by the crocodile.
Yep. It's just a grapple chain.
Okay. But the crocodile... Okay. So I'm going to say, yeah, it would take an action to free it, but that also means that he can't attack again. Unless he attacks and then... Oh, well... Doesn't make sense.
It can't bite another target while it has something grappled.
Yeah, I can just chew on the Hydra.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not really going to worry about it too much. Okay, so then he's going to... The only Hydra that's operating is going to
Do I get to go?
attack... Oh, sorry. Yes, you do.
I did roll a 2, but
I missed that, sorry.
I'm assuming that if something gets banished, things that are grappling and don't get banished with it, probably, hopefully.
No, they would. No, maybe not.
I think
Gonna suck us all into the nether void, Aldrik.
Well, if it did, I probably wouldn't banish you all, because banishing the 2 of you with the Hydra doesn't feel like good.
I don't know, it might be fun. It'd be a story, Aldrik. Just see what happens, Aldrik. Just do it.
I mean, it says specifically the target, so I would assume no, but I would throw this out there before I do it.
No, just do it and find out afterwards, Aldrik.
Yeah. I'm going to say no, it doesn't banish the rest of it, because let's say it's on a... Something's mounted, or whatever.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and cast Banish on the one that's having the grappling, I'm not sure twat going on over there.
Okay.
So that's a DC-17 charisma save.
Okay, and I believe it does not get advantage.
I didn't think I heard it in...
No, because it's not really a condition.
It's not a condition, right? It just goes away. And then I'll cast Spiritual Weapon and... Wait, no, I can't cast Spiritual Weapon, so it's not a... Okay, no, that's it. That's it.
Okay. Trym?
Aldrik says, sorry, Duergrim, figured it'd be easier this way.
Alright.
I think Snapjaw's going to release his...
Remember, you have advantage, Trym,
Oh, I do.
because it's stunned.
Okay, sweet.
Okay. Trym, also remember to roll 2 die.
If you just toggle yourself at advantage, Trym, always, and then she can use the secondary die for other roll.
Okay. Yeah.
So do you have 3 hits, or is that just the second roll for one?
That's just the second roll.
Okay.
For like the 15. I assume the 15 didn't hit, or did it?
Trym's attacks are at advantage because of stun. I think she was re-rolling for advantage, not for the extra die.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, one more roll.
Okay.
And just so you know, 15 would hit.
Oh, it does hit. Okay.
You have flanking.
That's right. I always forget about flanking. Okay. So, that's a lot of damage. And, the last hit, she's tacking on a Searing Smite to boot.
Okay.
Oh, that didn't calculate damage. I thought I fixed that. Snap. Alright, so one... Oh, he needs to save, I guess.
Okay. Are you doing it at first level?
Yes, first level. Oh, no, okay, so he does take 1d6 fire damage, and then he just burns after that if he fails a con save.
Okay. I think that's a failure for you, right? I'm from him, right?
Yes, mine is a DC 15. Nice. So he is burning.
This Hydra's having a bad day.
He is having a very bad day.
Okay.
Alrighty, and I think that's it. Other than Grog. I forgot that. Grog.
I think you severed a head, didn't you?
Yes, you did. Which would not grow back.
How many heads does it have total?
4?
5.
5.
5. Wow.
Well, now it has. Now
3.
it has 3.
Okay.
No, that one grew back because it was before the fire. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So it has
so
4 now?
So now it's back to 5.
Yeah, it was at 5, then 4, then 5, and now she just.
It was at 5, then 4, then 6, then 5.
It regrows 2.
Regrows 2,
when
right,
it
yeah.
loses 1.
Right.
So we're at 5.
Back where we started, square 1.
Good job, guys.
Okay. And I'm going to assume when it says the Hydra regains 10 points for each head regrown in this way, that if it regrows 2, it's actually just the 1.
Well, I think it gets 20 back then, right? It regrew 2 heads.
Yeah, it makes sense it would get 20 back.
Alright. Okay. Grog Croc would get advantage.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Oh,
Poor Grog. He's not used to it yet.
he's not.
Okay. Alright, Snapjaw's just gonna throw a javelin. Oh well. Alright, Alvin, you're up.
Okay, I will make 4 attacks. All the intent to stun. DC 17 are stunned.
Oh, sorry, advantage? Yeah.
Yes. I hate it, so I'm gonna do it again. Nice, stunned again. Flurry of blows. When it comes to advantage, technically, I guess I rolled a natural 1 for that 10. Would that count? For the roll a 1 thing for Alvin?
Basically, how do we do the extra die if we actually have advantage?
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you actually have advantage, I just count the other one.
Okay, so I don't roll a natural 1 for that.
Well, you roll
no, you're
the
saying I do,
additional
that
one
means
thing.
So
Yeah.
I do roll a 1. Okay.
Yeah, not a fumble, just a 1.
Okay. Trym, why are you looking at me like that?
Because you seem like you're off your game?
I mean, I just severed another head with my bare hand. Was that not cool enough?
I'm the one with the sharp giant sword, and this guy's karate chopping all these heads off.
Karate.
Any other movement or anything?
No, I'm fine where I am. I'll end my turn.
Alright. Duergrim.
Duergrim will move over here. And he will attack.
Okay.
Oh, great weapon master.
Why is this music so familiar?
She's played it before in a couple of other art battles.
I'm pretty sure I've played a video game with this music. I just don't remember what.
And then Duergrim will attack on.
The last array. I don't know if that means anything.
The last array. Is that near automata?
Attack on 2 3rd-level smites to these.
That's in Destiny, apparently. Yeah, the last array is from Destiny, if you play Destiny.
I haven't played Destiny in like 4 years.
Okay.
So, oh wait, and one more. So, 71 damage total, and then he's going to attack with his bonus action. The haft of his polearm comes swinging around, following his momentum. Another great weapon master attack. So 19. So another 24 damage on top of that.
Right?
Okay.
Yes.
So you just took out 3 heads, right? Is it 25 per head?
I think
No.
it's a max of 25 per turn.
Oh, you can only do 1 per turn. Well, that's a
I
bummer.
know.
Because that would be really cool.
I think it is down to 2 heads now, though, right?
It was at 5, and then you cut off 1.
Trym also cut off 1 on her turn. Didn't
Oh
she?
yeah.
Trym was at
got
6
her down
already.
to 5.
It was
Oh,
at
right,
6,
right.
and Trym got it down to 5.
Okay.
And then you got it to 4, so now it's got
3.
Math is hard.
Okay. And yeah, and that's my turn.
crocodile.
Oh, he's just gonna dash over.
Okay. Aldrik.
Trym, you said I should use fire, yes?
Aye, use
He
fire.
does have it on fire, though.
What's
So-
that?
She does already have him on fire.
Yeah, she lit him on fire with Searing Smite.
Oh, yeah, but I don't know that, like, once per round thing. I just think that I'm supposed to use fire, as far as I can tell, right? Isn't that what she told me?
Yes, that is what she told you.
That is unlike Trym.
Well,
No
I mean,
detail.
she
No
told-
details, just
Well,
fire.
I mean, she rolled an 11, so I mean, the fact that she got fire at all is pretty good. So I'll use Scorching Ray. So I don't really need to drop a fireball on you guys.
Alvin will be fine.
Yeah, I don't think the Crocs would do very well.
Oh, you would pull a Kale.
Yeah.
Do the 15s hit?
The 15s do hit.
You also have advantage on
Yeah,
all of
you have
these.
advantage because it's stunned.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so we've got a 15 and 5, a 15 and... Okay, well, that was not great.
Okay, so
So I do
hit.
9 fire damage. I need to roll 2 1s on for... I don't know why that's a +4. That should be a +5. Whatever. For some reason I'm not seeing my macro bar with all my things.
Yeah, you don't. Since they were at advantage, I just take the second one anyway, so you don't need to roll the ones. I just.
Oh,
I
okay.
see what you're saying. You need to roll the.
The second die ones, I mean. Because I rolled a 15 and a 5, and then a 15 and a 5. Right?
Right. Right.
But I'm not seeing the macro bar. I had it
Um,
last time.
When you choose your token, it doesn't come up.
Oh, I didn't select the token. There we go. No, that's not too bad. That's the end of my turn.
All right.
These are like suspiciously innocuous. I'm really worried that like gradual steps is something terrible.
It's random. They're flavored.
Listen, I'm telling you that I'm paranoid, and it worries me.
All right. So, Trym, you see that it does not grow ahead. Does it take fire damage on its turn?
Yes, I believe so. At the start of each of its turns, until the spell ends, the target must make a con save.
Now, there's also no initial con save. So, that, like, 13 you rolled earlier is actually for this turn.
Oh. Yeah, I guess there's no initial con save.
Okay, I'll let it sit.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll its damage.
There we go.
All right, that actually is enough to kill it.
Oh my
Nice.
word. Nice.
Okay, shall we get in position for the for the other one to come back?
Aye, well
Yep,
done,
we can
Trym.
all hold actions.
Yes, Aldrik, if you could wait a moment.
Yes.
Duergrim casts haste on himself.
This is gone now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Alvin will position himself roughly behind where he knows it'll be. I think it was like here-ish, right?
Yeah, it's close. It might be a little further back.
I think it's is it huge or large?
It's huge.
It is huge.
Okay.
I mean, you won't be on it, so...
right.
Well, it would land on you.
Yeah, it's a dex save. I'm okay at those. I'll
So
be
I discovered my ranged attack rolls on my Sacred Flame and are on my Scorching Ray and Guiding Bolt. Have not been adding my spellcasting modifier this whole time. Good thing I don't use them.
It may have changed when they changed the sheets.
Maybe
I know a
it's
lot of the spell
possible.
stuff gets messed up.
Yeah. My
Those ones
spell
at least
broke.
were not adding them. Alright, are we ready for me to release the spell?
Alvin
Yes.
readies an attack for as soon as it appears.
Yep, Aldrik will ready the
Okay. We'll go in
Scorching.
order. So Trym.
Yeah, she's... I think I've got her and... Oh, okay. So she will need to move up just a bit closer. There we go.
You were in range because
Oh,
you
I
can't
was.
actually move on a held attack anyway. So
Oh, okay.
fine.
But we weren't actually positioning like in squares, we were just positioning around where it comes back.
Oh,
Right. No, I mean you had a full minute to get where you needed to be, but I'm just telling Trym she wouldn't You are within range. You normally
am?
wouldn't be able to step. Yeah, as he-
okay.
but you normally wouldn't be able to move 5 feet on a held action, if that makes sense.
Okay. Alright. Let me see. In this one we do not have any advantage on or anything. Correct?
Not yet, yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Okay.
But you should still roll at advantage so we can get your second roll for Cindy's 120 thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Just to be complicated.
Right? Yes. Alright.
Nice.
Nice.
The
You only get one attack
you
on
only
a
get
held
one
action.
attack, is what I was going to say. Yeah,
Oh, so the crit doesn't count.
so the crit doesn't count. Yeah.
Okay. That's right. That's right. Okay. So, still, that's not bad.
Nope, not bad at all. Okay.
Wow. Grog is not doing well.
To be fair, he's been kind of on the bench for a long time now.
Yeah, he has been. And at least he's getting the natural ones out of the way for us.
Yep. Can you roll one more for me, please?
One more of his bite.
Just
Yeah.
kept the roll for his on a fumble table for his natural one.
Yep.
I remember that one.
He manages to bite himself somehow.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
What?
Yeah.
How many hit points does Croc have?
It's a good thing Slag can't see him through the Hydra. Otherwise, I imagine he would look super unimpressed.
Right.
Okay. Alvin.
Okay, I will. Oh, this is the surprise attack, or no, the held attack. Sorry. Okay. DC 17 or stun. Okay, and that ends my turn.
Duergrim. And Aldrik.
21 fire damage.
Okay. Well, there's 5 right next to him, so he's essentially going to go clockwise from...
Does each of his heads get an attack?
Yes.
That's all kinds of scary.
Do we not manage to sever any heads in that? I guess we only had one attack.
Okay, so we'll start with Grog, Croc, and go clockwise. Okay? And these aren't advantage, I'm just rolling his double.
Okay.
Okay? Grog. Duergrim.
I'll warding for that one.
Well,
Actually,
I
which
mean,
will do nothing, so it won't matter.
Yeah.
But I would have done it and it still wouldn't have worked, so sorry.
Okay, roll his 20 in a moment, and then Trym, and leg, and Alvin.
That's a miss for.
Okay, so what are the crocodiles' AC? Higher than 12, remember?
I think it's just 12.
Yeah, it's just 12.
Okay. So Grog takes 7. Duergrim 3. Trym takes 10. And then they will be... Okay, that won't really matter, but essentially Trym, if it moves towards you, it gets 10 extra feet of movement.
Okay.
Oh, no, Duergrim, because he had 20. Okay. Trym, you're up.
Alrighty. Alright. Advantage still? Or normal?
You'll roll advantage, but it's a normal hit.
Oh, okay. So 14.
16, because you have flanking.
Oh, yeah.
16. Okay.
Yeah, you definitely have flanking. So that hit.
Okay. Sweet.
Awesome.
And then again, she tacks on a Syrian Smite. At first level. Oh, I don't know why I bothered clicking it. Okay, so, and he takes 5 fire damage.
Okay. And has 4 hits.
And has what?
Has 4 hits.
Oh, okay. Sweet.
Because you cut off.
Yes! Finally.
You did one and the other one too.
I did
Yeah, now we're
too.
now we're tied, Trym.
I could
Okay.
intersperse these skulls with my dragon skulls in my tavern.
Alvin, you're up.
Okay, attacking on the intent to stun. It's a DC 17. Okay. DC 17. Okay, bring a key for flurry of blows. DC 17. Okay, and last attack also DC 17. Yeah, finally! And I have one key left. I end my turn.
You did punch off one of its heads, Alvin. Well done.
Thank you. Now I am one ahead of Trym.
Oh, is this turning into a competition?
No, I'm just stating fact, Trym.
I was gonna say, wasn't Trym the one who specifically stated that may the best woman win? Or may she?
I also recall her saying that.
Yes, may she, who gets the most head, win.
Alright, Duergrim, you're up.
Okay. Duergrim is going to make 4 Great Weapon Master attacks. And he's going to be attacking smites onto these. Okay.
Start with the first one. Okay, go ahead and
20.
smite. Wait, you said these are great weapons?
Great. Oh, right. So then it would miss. Yeah. So that first one misses.
Okay.
That one hits.
Okay.
So then that's 34.
Alright, that actually would kill.
Duergrim gets the last hit.
Okay, so it is approximately 2 a.m. Yeah, because Duergrim, you were second. And Jeff, what would you guys like to do?
I guess we'll sleep in tomorrow.
Aldrik goes back to sleep.
Duergrim, do you want to continue your shift, or do you want me to pick up first shift and then wake you up for yours in a couple hours?
I suppose we should reset the shifts.
Okay. You could
Hopefully-
just do first, and then I'll wake up for your second if you'd prefer to do that. Either way.
Sure. Hopefully the stench of... Hopefully the smell of dead Hydra doesn't attract scavengers.
I can also take a shift if someone needs the extra rest.
Are Hydra fangs or scales worth anything?
That is a good question.
That's, yeah, I was thinking Trym was probably going to try and harvest some stuff off of it.
Aldrik has his haversack, but the only carrying thing you've got.
Yeah,
Is that
I've got that.
Oh, that's right. Acodo's bag of holding is in here.
Yes, exactly. I've been lamenting that. And he's telling me that I can't put anything in there anyway. He's mean. So...
Aldrik offers his haversack and then he goes back to bed.
Okay. So Trym will try to get eyes, teeth.
Look at you, Trym. We're actually trying to make money. What a crazy idea.
Right? What else
Go
would
ahead,
be?
go ahead and do survival check, Trym.
Okay.
Let's see, you guys are taking 3-hour shift? I'm trying to figure out.
For an 8-hour rest? Yeah, that sounds about.
And the order is...
I guess it'll be Duergrim, and then Alvin will take second shift, and then Aldrik in the morning.
Okay.
Would you like us to roll perception?
Uh, yeah. Well, actually, we have to. No, we won't bother with it. It's quiet. Morning is quiet as well.
Guys, I had the weirdest dream. I was cutting off dragon heads with my bare hands.
And it is almost noon by the time you guys break camp and head north. Are you heading towards the castle or just straight middle of the...
I think the goal is to go straight to the middle so we could get a better idea of the direction of where the undead are coming from. But we haven't seen any undead yet, have we?
You have not seen any undead yet.
Were there any undead in the vicinity of the castle? Snapjaw?
You'd see an occasional one, but they were deterred.
I guess we are still 2 days away from the middle. That's a lot of time to maybe run into some more undead.
Yeah. I suppose we just keep heading towards the middle.
I'm a little confused why the volume is so great closer to, but it's sparse towards the middle. Could it be we've already passed where we need to go?
Possibly.
I mean, since we've entered the edge of the forest from the dwarves and gone as far as we have not encountered any undead.
No.
Huh, so it's not like... Okay, weird.
I mean, I don't think there's anything for it but to keep pressing on.
Yeah.
Alvin turns to Duergrim and Trym. Are either of your steeds capable of helping locate? Scouting, so to speak?
Perhaps.
Mine, it's like, in this form, he cannot move much faster than we can.
I was thinking perhaps they can move further abreast.
Sure. I don't mind. Might help things along.
Anything that might help. Grog and I are willing to help in any way we can.
Okay. So yeah, you guys continue northward, essentially, and I'd say that you can hear some bellowing to the west. It doesn't sound like undead.
Does it sound like a dragon?
Yeah, what does it sound
Is
like?
that monstrous bellowing?
Sounds like monstrous bellowing. You've heard sounds like this before. Sounds large, ogre-like creature, probably. But it sounds like a lot of them.
Does not sound like it'd be involved with the reason why we're here, so probably should avoid.
I
Over
agree.
God's agreement.
So Snapjaw kind of leads you away from the noises. They were a bit more to the east, and then you kind of heading a bit westward. You notice some of the thick vines and gnarled trunks are growing more dense, especially as he helps steer some of the boats around a bend. And then it just opens up into this wide, almost like a clearing. And there's like a low, fog-shrouded hill that rises out of the center of the dark water. And you see on top of the hill is just a very ramshackle, almost like falling to pieces hut. You're actually amazed it's still standing. And it has windows, not of glass, but just holes, and you see kind of like a faint orange light glowing. And then there's this wispy plume of smoke rising out of a chimney that seems to be leaning.
That seems totally legit and safe, and nothing bad will happen if we go.
I was about to say, does it have like candy trim or anything?
Yes, all sorts of candy canes.
Witch of the Wild.
Yes.
Duergrim and Trym, do your fancy noses smell?
Duergrim uses his divine sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys kind of move within 30 feet of this hut.
Yeah, how long does Divine Sense last? Is it just one turn?
Or 2 turn. Well, until the end of your next turn. So 12 seconds. It's also 60-foot radius.
I don't know why, I felt like it lasted a few minutes, but yeah.
Okay.
How far are we from it right now?
So when you came out into this clearing, it's probably about 200 feet across. And this is right in the center of it. So, it's probably somewhere 100 feet in for the center. And the hill itself is about 40 to 50 feet in diameter. And the hut's in the middle.
We should use it as we approach, not just once we get there, in case there are any. You go first, Trym. Guide us in. If we need to sense more once we get there, I'll take over.
Is the fog thick enough that we can't see where we're walking, or is it just like a low, kind of like misty fog?
So you are not walking right now. You are in boat. There's not
right,
any solid
okay.
land. And so the fog is very wispy. I mean, it's very patchy.
Is this an island?
So this is like a little island in the center of the clearing.
Is there a boat anywhere that we can see?
No.
Okay.
Aldrik will go ahead and start doing the ritual casting for detect magic, just all kind of along the way. He may not finish it, but he'll give it a start and see how far he gets.
Okay. So you guys are kind of like rowing closer till you're about 60 feet out. Is that what you're doing? So Trym can kind of get a sense?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Okay. Or are you trying to sneak or just go?
How do you sneak in a boat? Paddle very quietly.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure. Yeah, we can try to sneak.
You can paddle and then drift, kind of thing.
Sure. Let's have the crocodiles push us.
Yes, there you go.
And then my other question is, you've got 2 boats. Who's in what boat?
I guess you'd have a paladin to each boat, both because they're strong enough to do the oars in.
I think that's correct.
Okay, I guess Alvin would be with Trym, and the dwarves can bunk up, and Snapjaw can be whatever he wants to be.
Yeah. That would make no sense.
Snapjaw would probably be, just in terms of balance, would probably be with Alvin and Trym, because Trym's the lightest.
Okay, sounds
Dwarves
good.
are pretty bulky.
This is the cool boat.
And then,
Where you have Snapjaw.
and then
The
crocodiles.
reliable boat.
We will be boat Alpha, and they can be boat 1.
Yeah. Now, did anyone happen to ask Snapjaw if he'd seen this place?
That's a good question. You should ask.
Okay. Trym, as we're rowing closer, Trym turns to Snapjaw and says, "Hey, do you know what this place is, Snapjaw? Have you ever been here?"
I've never seen before.
Have you heard any stories, perhaps?
Yes. Of women of the swamp.
It is a witch of the wild. Should we avoid this then? I mean, could this be where the undead are coming from?
Do a perception check down in the water.
Only good things will be in deep swamp water.
Don't follow the lights. I'm suddenly getting a really strong Witcher vibe.
Yeah.
Know?
Yes.
So you do see movement down in the water. It does seem to be deeper as you move into the clearing. It is very dark water, so it's difficult to see, but movement, the shadows that you see are pretty long. I don't know if you send either crocodile down or not, but
That seems like a good idea.
Well, Duergrim starts, I guess, if we're gonna save Trym's for when we're within 60 feet of the hut, Duergrim will use his Divine Sense now. Just to make sure that whatever's down there isn't undead.
okay. So when Duergrim sees the kind of shadows every now and then, he senses, and you don't sense anything evil below, but you're not quite sure if they've got essentially some cover.
If you want to send Grog down, I don't. No.
Alright. She'll send Grog down.
Okay. How far do you send Grog down? Grog goes down probably about 10, 15 feet. And doesn't hit bottom, just so you know.
And does not hit bottom.
How far are we from the shoreline?
So you are from the into the clearing, you are probably about 25 feet into the clearing.
Okay, and how far is that from the island?
So from the hut, you're probably at this point about 75 feet.
Oh, okay, farther than I thought.
Trym will go ahead and send Grog another 10 feet, unless he hits bottom at that point.
Okay. Let's see. You can't see through Grog's eyes, correct?
No, but he can relay information to me from a mile away.
Okay.
We can communicate telepathically.
All right. Can you roll initiative for Grog?
Oh boy. I keep doing this to him. Grog.
Okay. So a couple of crocodiles snap at Grog, somehow sensing he's not a normal crocodile.
Okay.
One misses.
Yeah, and the other hits. That first bite hits.
Yes. I'm gonna have to figure that one out. So 8.
Grog gets allies.
Oh, the girl crocs think he's pretty cool. Okay.
Okay. 8, and he's grappled. So you know he is down below.
Okay. There's like this moment of panic, and then she's like, "Ah! Grog is grappled below. More crocs.
Should we hurry to shore?
Maybe? I don't know. They seem to just attack whenever he went into their territory?
They may not have noticed it. We should keep paddling very quickly.
I
Okay. Are you going towards the...
Towards the island? Yeah, I guess we don't really have too much of a choice.
I guess so.
Still need to figure out, if the evil witch is evil or not. Not that I'm predisposed or anything.
Nothing to it. The same bite. Interesting. The other thing you guys notice is there is like a dark patch of liquid that comes up. Just okay. Grog notices in the water, other than the 2 crocodiles that are attacking him, he does notice a toad that attacked one of the crocodiles.
Aha. Alright.
Okay. Does Grog want to attack crocodiles or try to escape?
Yes. He wants to try to escape, I think.
Okay. Strength check?
Okay. Oh.
Okay.
He really wants to escape. It's the thought that counts, right?
Okay, so he is still held in place by one of the crocodiles. And I'm going to say they will fight at him again. 11 hit. 17 probably does.
Yeah, the 11 misses, 17 hits.
For 7.
Okay. Okay, now Grog.
Alright. Does he want to try again? As you're approaching, you guys are approaching the island at this point.
Yes, he's gonna try again.
And Trym, I'm going to let you know that what you smelled is in your chat. You might not be paying attention to this dog.
Oh, yes.
And but the crocodile, while he's still grappled, misses.
Ouch. Yep.
No, that one's not. That
Oh.
one's the toad fighting the
That's the-
crocodile.
Oh, sweet. Okay. So Grog's still
No,
up.
that toad is on Grog's side.
And Trym tries to focus as she uses her divine sense and she wrinkles her nose. And says, ugh, smells stale and puss-like. Ugh. It's gross.
Oh, that doesn't bode well.
At least it doesn't smell like rot.
So it's not undead then?
Typically, the undead smell like decay and... But I've been surprised before.
Go ahead and... I don't know if Grog wants to try one more time.
Yep.
Right.
Let's see
Guys
if we
are-
get another 8.
Guys are probably about 15
job,
feet
Grog.
from the shore right now.
He just wanted to play and make friends. Yeah, Grog goes poof.
Farewell, Grog.
Oh man.
One of the crocodiles does too. I mean, not poof. Dies. So it's up.
Gets eaten by a toad.
He gets killed and Trym points. Oh, look, Grog did that.
Oh, good job, Grog. Where is Grog? Is he okay?
Yes, but no. He's not
What?
coming back until I
Huh?
summon him.
Why did you say yes at all?
Well, he's okay. He just went back wherever he came from. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay. At that point, the boat kind of hit the bank and stopped.
Well, should we announce ourselves?
Yeah, I think we all scramble out of the boat, yeah?
Yeah.
We should. I mean, well, I guess the alligators aren't inclined to just attack boats, right? So they probably won't just smash our boats.
Yeah.
Probably.
Oh, it might be a good idea to pull onto the bank.
Yeah.
Okay. So do we go introduce ourselves? Should we skulk around the edges first?
Yeah, we should definitely scout the island first to make sure there's nothing abundantly, obviously dangerous that we're unaware of, besides whatever lives in that house.
I think those of us who are stealthy should definitely do that.
Yes, off you go.
I will attempt to stealth around the island.
Okay.
Would someone, by someone, I mean Aldrik, because Acodo wasn't here, guide me?
Aldrik cast guidance.
That's a 16.
There's not much cover on this island. In fact, it's pretty bare. But luckily, the ground underfoot is, while muddy, not the type that squelches or holds on to the feet. And you circle the island. It takes a bit of time. There's no movement that you can tell from inside the hut. When you do smell what's coming out of the chimney, it smells a little like mushrooms and stew.
Okay. I will report back as such to the group once I return to them.
Well, I suppose we just knock.
Yeah. After you. You're the one who's good at knocking. You are the one who...
Very well. Let's go. Duergrim will approach the front door and knock.
Okay. As you knock, the door creaks open. And looking in, it looks to be essentially a cottage. You see a couple of doors that might lead to a bedroom. The interior of the hut is actually as much of a mess as the exterior. There seems to be a lot of cluttered objects, rag dolls and twigs with uh, painted expressions and grim expressions. And there's a gnarled roots and herbs hanging from the ceiling. And then some jars filled with specimens on the tables and shelves. There doesn't seem to be, as far as you can tell, any apparent method or order. And then inside is a fireplace with a gigantic pot that appears to be sort of brown stew.
Did someone answer the door?
No, there
Or
seems
it
to be
just...
It did the creepy open itself thing.
Yep. And you do see there are candles here, and they're all lit.
Do your noses smell anything that might be in...
Duergrim
Yeah.
uses divine sense.
Other than the stew, you smell just kind of permeating the entire room, this stale kind of pus-like odor.
Smells of disease. Duergrim will call out. Lo. We do not wish to enter. We do not wish to intrude. But we would talk with the master of this place.
So, standing in the doorway, you kind of see a ripple of breeze or some sort of motion in these thick tapestries along the walls. They all have faded colors and frayed edges. And finally, you hear, "We have been expecting you. Please, come in."
Is that a royal we, or is there more than just you?
You hear another voice. "Visitors, come in,
Oh.
come in."
Okay.
What? Describe. Okay. Are these like. Okay. Okay. These super creepy voices? These.
Are these like double boil and like toil witch voices?
They sound vaguely female.
Well. I suppose. We should do as we are bid.
Yeah. Should some of us stay outside just in case?
Up to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay inside where everyone else is.
Yeah, okay. Alvin will step inside.
Duergrim steps
Aldrik
inside.
follows.
Snapjaw stays outside.
I figured he might.
Oh, I will guard the boats.
Oh, thank you, Snapjaw.
Slag will keep.
Alright. Now, so you step in. You notice that the floor has essentially woven reeds that are all kind of rotted and falling to pieces. And it's uneven as you step in. And as soon as you do cross into the threshold, the door closes behind you. Slowly, I mean, such that if you want to jump and grab it, you'll be able to. And then from the far side of the room, 3 figures step in through the doorways. One says, "Oh, visitors, we welcome you to our humble abode."
I'm sure you do.
And another one says, "And just in time for dinner."
Yeah.
So you notice that these women are all three different kind of like shape. All kind of revolting too. The first walks with a limp. She's bent over like a hunchback. And the second kind of waddles along on bow legs, and she's waving arms that end in these webbed fingers. And she's got this cleft lip and crooked teeth that she's smiling at you. And the third is actually about 8 feet tall, and she's so large. It's amazing she fit through the door. They all have their flesh in bumps and warts and lesions. And the large tall one says, "As I've said, we've been expecting you. Please, stay. Tell us what brought you to this. I should introduce myself. I am Ursula Middenheap. This is Maggie Frogfoot. And this is Polly Pigtooth. Hi."
Wow.
Alvin, waves.
Hello.
What were those names again?
Yeah,
Ursula.
I'll put him in the
I remember Polly Pigfeet.
Was that
I thought it was
Midden?
Pig Tooth.
Pig-
Oh,
was
the
that-
Pigtooth?
Was that Ursula Middenheap?
Yeah, Middenheap.
Wow. All right.
This is very, very Witcher vibe.
I
To
know.
Yep. So, like literally Witcher.
Oh my gosh.
She's going to ask us to sacrifice children.
Yep, absolutely. Any minute now. And just as an FYI,
Would you
I'm
accept
starting
your
to knock
crocodile?
off.
Okay. We'll just do a bit of the scene and call it for the night then.
Alright.
So Ursula gestures to it. Sit.
Alright.
Maybe we can help you. Maybe you can help us.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Meanwhile, Polly Pigtooth is like pouring drinks. You think maybe water? It's hard to tell. In these cups and setting them near you guys. And Maggie is spooning out this stew. Brown, has these lumps in it, different shapes.
Thanks.
You know, I'm not really thirsty right now, but thank you.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I ate and drank 2 days ago, so I think I'm okay.
At the edge of the Duergrim speaks to them. At the edge of the swamp, there is a fortress called Thornhold, and it is beset by undead sent from somewhere in the Mere. We seeked the source of these undead. Are you their source?
Oh, we are not. You're
Inside check.
Yeah, insight.
not. Yeah, sure.
Nice.
It's difficult to look at these people straight on because of all of the disfigurations and lumps and pustules. But what you can gather, you don't think she's trying to hide anything yet.
know of these undead that I speak about?
We do. Don't we, Maggie? Don't we, Pop? And they're all nodding.
And do you know their source?
Yes. Yes. It is not surprising to us. I think it is the ghost of the Mere.
Ghost of the Mere.
Yes. That is bringing these undead, churning them out.
Why would it be doing that?
I think it has been waiting for. We have lived here for centuries, and even before we arrived, it was a tale. An undead wanting to become more than he is. We will help you find this undead if you will bring us something simple, a bauble wish.
Yeah, what is the bubble?
Is a pet of this undead.
Alright.
Yeah.
And this pet is...
Oh, his name is Ebenda.
Okay.
And it is...
It is a Draco.
The ghost of the Mere has a drake as a pet?
A Draco Lich.
Oh, a Draco Lich.
as a pet.
That's very different from just a drake.
You just want the bone.
Do you need the skull?
The skull would be helpful too.
Dang
So
it.
not necessarily the skull. It would just be helpful.
If you bring us the bones, I'm sure we'll come to an end.
Alright. This just got interesting.
Okay. Would you be willing to tell us what you want its bones for?
Oh, we collect things. If you look around. We collect things even if we do not use them. Yet,
Do you intend to use it in the future?
we intend to use all things.
With this trinket you seek, will you bring... Will sorrow be visited upon people of Thornhold, or upon the folk of Castle Neritar?
If we promise not to bother them for a century, would that be satisfactory?
It would be worthy of consideration.
We have been buying or looking upon the ghost here.
And what sort of creature keeps a Draco Lich as a pet.
A lich, I would assume.
Certainly someone very strong-willed.
Yeah. He is raising a legion of undead. We have seen it.
Do you know his name?
In the Arab. Hold on. I'm going to change. We think that he works to control the Black Dragon.
Hmm.
When you say the Black Dragon, you mean the Black Death?
Yeah. He gave it a gift.
What gift?
A crown. A crown of Meyer Moran.
Could you type that, please? A crown of...
Yes.
Is that a medal that Duergrim or Aldrik might know of?
Is there something I can roll on for that? I mean,
Sure. Could do a history check.
nope.
May I?
Yes.
Nope.
How?
What is this memory? However you pronounce it.
The crown.
Is
Of
it-
Meyer Moran. It is one of the few things that was forged together by elves.
Out of character, the two swords needed a crown to be together, or did they form a crown? Remind me how Acodo's Lich Daddy works.
It's the two swords plus the well or the mirror or whatever
Make a crown.
come
Is that
together
the
to
deal?
Yes.
form a crown.
I
Yes.
see.
But that's a whole different deal, I think.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Very specific name.
And
Okay.
the crown. Oh, and in character. And the crown grants the Inivar influence over the dragon, or was it merely a bribe?
We don't know all of his plans. We thought it was a... But since the dragon, since the Black Death started wearing, he has been searching for these.
Searching for what?
These rings.
Oh. What's the name of the rings we have?
The ring of...
That's what I was wondering. They sound very similar in name.
There.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Merkur? Merkle.
Merc.
I don't know. Is it just a coincidence that those are the same?
If only we had somebody magical here to do an Arcana check or something.
Yeah. Well,
So sit, eat. We can talk some more. And yes.
To clarify, I mean, there are no like time issues going on here because as of late we've had a lot of issues with staying in magical places and coming out at a very different time than we entered. That's not going to happen here, is it?
We are meant. This place.
So, yes or no?
No.
Okay, thank you. Insight.
Sure. No, she doesn't seem. They actually don't even seem to be casting anything at this moment.
do you promise not to harm or poison or otherwise interfere with us against our interests until our business is concluded?
Why would we harm someone who's going to bring the bones of Evan?
Then, so it sounds like this is a question that is easy for you to answer.
Polly Pigtooth says, "We're not going to poison you."
Or harm us.
Now, we will make sure that we will not. At least, tell our deal. Do we have a deal?
Negotiations are ongoing. And we may need to confer. So, out of character, the deal we have right now is we bring her some or most of the bones from the Draco Lich Evan death. Probably minus the skull. And
She tells us where to find the ghost of the...
yes. Do we have to bring them the Draco Lich first, or are they going to be together?
I'm guessing they're going to be together since it's his pet.
That was my inclination as well. I would assume that they're together, which would then... Right. So we go and we kill him and the Draco Lich, which solves our undead problem. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And then we bring the bones back to the ladies. And then we go and take the ring to Snapjaw's people to Black Death. And then Black Death opens the phylactery, and then we can move on.
Then we maybe possibly not kill the Black Death.
Yes, of course.
Definitely don't take the crown of my Morin from him.
Yeah. There are a lot of... yeah, I just... The issue is, I guess, I don't... Do we have any other way of finding this guy if we don't agree?
I don't know. We have a name, we have information.
Right, but we don't have a lot of time, is the issue.
Do we not? Are we... See, are we on a time crunch here?
I mean, Tiamat's resurrection is
Yeah.
a few weeks away?
Yeah, I mean, the time crunch is the return of Tiamat.
Yeah.
And
The
we're not
more
on
time
the-
we spend here, the less time we spend doing other things that could be hurting Tiamat. Or the cult,
We're not
that is.
on an immediate time crunch, and that something will go terribly wrong in the next 3 days. But it'll start to add up pretty fast.
Fine. So, was there any other conditions we need to impose to make this deal okay?
I mean, they're obviously being very evasive and agreeing to anything about bringing us direct harm. They could still summon creatures that could harm us, I guess, and still would keep their promise, but I don't know if we're going to manage to wiggle out of that.
And I don't know what good it would do them.
Also, don't know how binding this promise is actually going to be. Is it going to be a magical promise where, if we, try to say, hey, we're not going to give you the, are we going to die because of it, or?
Well,
Akodo's not there
Yeah, that's the problem.
to sign off on something.
Yeah, well, and then he could just ask for a tattoo, and we'd all be good.
so okay, we'll take this deal on the condition that these things leave the folk of Thornhold and the dwarves and the lizard folk alone, unharmed and unmolested, for a century, and us until we leave the swamp Mere, and us for a century too.
Yeah, just toss us in the century.
Yeah. And we will bring her some of the bones, some of the major bones of the Draco Lich Ebondeth, probably not the skull, and we'll call it a day.
We should require more than just Invir's. Look, literally everything they know about him, they should offer us. His potential weaknesses, or, something, if there's any traps in his lair, any particular dangers or other creatures he might keep as a pet that we should also be aware of.
Right.
Just an exhaustive knowledge of everything they know, whether they think it's relevant or not.
Okay. We'll propose those terms.
Okay. Ursula, so I will do a little bit of this in character through the week, but Ursula also does say, would you also like our blessing?
What does your blessing constitute?
You would find it helpful.
What does your blessing constitute?
It helps against dragons.
Against dragons?
Yeah.
I think I'll abstain, personally speaking, but I appreciate the offer.
You can tell us about the mechanics of your blessings.
Can I have an insight check?
Yeah.
So you can tell they really want Ebondeth's skeleton and bone.
And I'm reasonably certain that their blessing will actually be helpful.
You think it will?
Aldrik nods slowly and accepts.
Trym asks, how long does your blessing last?
It will last 1 day for each of us. And Polypig giggle.
Alright. Trym steps forward to accept, knowing she's probably going to regret this.
Yeah, Alvin does not.
Okay. So, yeah, in the week in between, let me know who takes the blessing and from how many of the women.
Sounds good.
It does look like they
Okay.
want to kiss you on the forehead.
Rethink.
Alright.
Alright. Alright. Thanks a lot, guys.
Thanks, everybody.
Okay.
No.
Good night, everyone.